Hello and welcome to Tanay Tiwari. My name is Buzz. This week, which other sport has this range? Kashmir se leke Kanyakumari tak, from Peshawar to Perth, from the sunny Karachi to windy Wellington, there's cricket happening everywhere. And we've got news from all over the place right here. So, on the show this week, New Zealand trump India. Who's calling Pakistan cricket? Poonam Yadav for the win. New Zealand trumped India in the first test in Wellington, and while one trump is getting all the attention, the other one isn't, or so Kohli believes.
I think people want us to think that this is a massive loss.
So you shouldn't ask questions. But there are questions, there are key question marks on spots in this side. Bowlers and batsmen both failed to rise to the fore in this test. India were beaten comprehensively in almost all the departments. Or are we just reading too much into this one-off defeat? Virat Kohli says,
I don't feel like that. If I thought like people on the outside, I would probably be on the outside right now.
So he doesn't listen to opinions. But what do you think? Do you think there should be question marks raised on this Indian team? Tell us using hashtag BuzzThisWeek on Twitter. And we promise to not hide it, neither from the trumped nor from Trump. Pakistan cricket has a set of things that only Pakistan cricket can do. Fielding lapses, scarily funny runouts, Umar Akmal, who has been anti-corruption violation for suspended. But add to that one more thing, will you? PSL returned to Pakistan for an entire season. In a game between Karachi Kings and Peshawar Zalmi, a Karachi Kings official was caught talking on the phone while the game was going on. He was in the dugout. And then Twitter did its thing. From Shoaib Akhtar to major journalists, all of them questioning this particular visual. But then Dean Jones, who is associated closely with the Karachi Kings, said that it was indeed their CEO, Tariq Wasi, who is allowed to have a phone in the dugout, and he was actually scheduling practice games. There's only one problem with that, Dean. The media manager of Karachi Kings later that evening said that Tariq Wasi is the manager of the side. So who is he actually? Is he the CEO or the manager? Pakistan cricket problems बुलाती हैं, मगर निशाने का नहीं. I looked at you, you looked at me, और हो गई मुश्किल. And मुश्किल it was for Australia's batters. Poised to take the game home, Australia were cruising at one point, needing 75 of just 66 against India in the T20 World Cup opener. But then was introduced Poonam Yadav. One spun here, the other did there, and one did not. And Australian batters were flummoxed. They had no clue what was happening to them. But the Indian fans knew what Poonam Yadav was doing. She was, with her flight, with her guile, with that drift, with that spin, bamboozling Australian batters. 4 for 19, she turned the game on its head. She could have had a fifer had the wicket of Ashley Gardner not been given as a no ball because the ball bounced twice. Poonam Yadav is making a comeback from a forefinger fracture. She did not play the tri-series, and then to come to the biggest of stages and perform like this. Poonam, you the OG star. May you keep buzzing like this throughout. Buzzwati Baba. Ashton Agar's hat-trick in the first T20I between South Africa and Australia did the following things. He became only the second Australian to pick a T20I hat-trick. Australia were propelled to a massive victory, and people started talking about Ravindra Jadeja. Yes, after the game, Agar said he wants to contribute and play like Ravindra Jadeja, who he thinks is a rock star. He said after being down and out in the series in India, he spoke to Jadeja. And the next thing he does is picks a hat-trick. He could have in fact had 2 hat-tricks had the second ball of his 4th over not missed the Brest Shamsi stumps by a wisp. Jaddu bhai, agar aapke conversation ka yahi natija hai, maybe speak with our economy for a bit or talk to Imtiaz Ali. तंग करने लगे हैं वो आजकल. Breaking the internet this week could have been Virat Kohli breaking his ghungru. But no, it's not. It is this tweet from the ICC where they talk about Jemima.
And the award for the strongest game on social media goes to Jemima Rodrigues.
You're wondering, where have you seen that video before? FYI ICC, that is Jemima accepting her Buzz Award for the strongest game on social media in 2019. But now that you've also recognized it, maybe we'll have to name the award after her this year. That's all that we have for you on this episode of Buzz This Week. We are sorry that we didn't come to you the last week. We had some calendar issues. अब आपसे क्या छुपाना? But if this is not the kind of spice that you are after, you can watch our new Crickbuzz original series, Spicy Pitch. अब आगे बोलना है क्या? Next week you have to come here. There is spice, there is buzz. Calendar पे mark कर लीजिएगा.